spring, when the lilacs bloom, that just walking outside near a lilac is a mood booster. They are so uplifting. And then just when you think, oh, I hope this never ends, it already has. The lilacs are gone. So from Cottage Farms today, we're gonna bring you a very rare reblooming lilac. So it will bloom in the spring, like all lilacs, but it's gonna come back in the fall.
Yes.
Just when you thought it was gone, it comes back in the fall. Now the tree itself, the plant looks beautiful. I shouldn't say tree, it's really more of a shrub. Looks beautiful all summer long, but you have two nice periods of blooming. We have pink, and we have purple available. Our white has all, wait, is that right, Alan? Which one sold out? What do we still have available? Do we have the pink and purple, I think?
Yes.
We have pink and purple available. There's your purple, which is what I think of when I think of lilacs.
Yes.
And we also have pink. We had a white, it has sold out. Okay.
Yes.
So this is exciting, twice the blooms.
Yes, so this is twice the blooms. Mine actually here in Pennsylvania is already starting to bud. So I am so excited because it's that sign of spring. But Sandra was right. Most of our lilacs you get to enjoy in that early spring period, and then they are a beautiful green shrub. But we've picked this because it's a reblooming lilac. So you will get that burst, and actually I get a few of them throughout the summer as well that I immediately cut off and bring inside. But then
kind of like score.
Yes, but then another flush in the fall. The other great thing about this lilac is I have it planted, now it's on the south side, but it's under a magnolia tree because they're more dwarf. Some of the other lilac varieties just get really big.
But that's actually really good because for so many of us, my neighbor has a lilac that's huge. And I love it. In fact, when I go out to my driveway, it's close enough I can sometimes smell it. But the thing is, I don't have the real estate for that.
Right.
I've planted a lot of plants in my day. I don't have room for a giant lilac, but I have room for this.
Yeah, and maybe you have the giant lilac out in the yard somewhere, but you want something to enjoy that fragrance up close. So now we can have them in containers. I have mine in the ground, but I'm thinking of getting more for containers because the fragrance here, it's a great pollinator plant, but the color. So I'm loving the purple is what I have. It's a traditional lilac color, but to see the pink also, to be able to have lilac in the pink, and you can see here the bouquet that we have has both colorways. They are such an amazing plant that give the fragrance, the size,
the fragrance
even though they're dwarf,
unreal.
They are still a nice big flower size. You can see here.
Now, if this is going to be a obviously more compact plant, which we love, it's tidy, and you're right though, with giant flowers.
Yes.
This is what we're going to ship you, and already look how sturdy. It's like we're shipping a little bonsai. I mean, this is like, this is a strong, looks like a little tree, but it's going to be a very strong shrub. Will I get flowers this first season? When should I start looking for flowers?
So this plant will give you flowers maybe speckled throughout the summer and then this fall, and this is a perennial. So it comes back year after year, and you'll get your big first flush next spring. But you'll definitely get flowers this summer.
Well, you know what I like about that? Typically, if I were going to be planting a lilac right now, I would be waiting one full year to see any flowers. With this, because it's reblooming in the fall, I will see flowers this year, and then next summer it really gets going, or next spring. All right, over 400 have now been ordered, 3 easy payments of $8.66. You could even plant this smaller compact lilac in front of a bigger lilac.
You could.
And then you have double the blooms in the spring.
Yes.
And then you still have blooms in the fall.
Oh. And I love it in containers. And that's the great thing is if you do want it, when you get it home, putting it in about 14-inch container, it can stay in that container for a few years. This pink color is absolutely special. It is going to give you that different color of the lilac, but that same fragrant smell that you can maybe picture. Maybe it's a favorite perfume of yours that gives you that fragrance. And each one of those little flowers, I mean, these are kind of like our hyacinth, where they have the power of the fragrance is because there's so many flowers on each stem.
But typically, though, they're so limited. Like, actually, my hyacinths are just starting to come up.
Oh, yes.
And I was out doing some yard work over the weekend, and I got down on the ground, I was smelling my hyacinths. And I thought to myself, well, enjoy this now, because by the next time you come out here to weed, they'll be gone, right?
Yep.
So that's typically what happens with the lilac. Not this. It is a rare rebloomer. Now, the purple that you're seeing right there, that is the most limited. It's also the most popular. We only have about 800 remaining, and lots of people are already buying more than one. We had white, it's already gone. So if you want that purple, don't wait. It will be the next to sell out. Also popular, we just have a little more to go around, is that beautiful pink. About 500 have already been ordered in this show. 3 easy payments of $8.66 with free shipping and handling. The other thing that's really nice about these is that if you're someone that's concerned about rabbits or deer, rabbits and deer tend to have no interest in this.
Yes, so super fragrant, and so that will deter them from it. And I know that's a big problem for lots of people. For us here in Pennsylvania, for sure. And so we're looking for those plants that we can plant that are going to be low maintenance. And the lilac loves full sun, but that's really the only care that you need. It's going to be disease resistant and drought tolerant. So it's one of those easy flowers, even though some of us might think that lilacs are a little bit more fussy because they are so fragrant. They are not. They're really easy. And the payoff in this particular one, because now we're getting you one that you can put in a container. You can bring it up closer to your nose. You can enjoy it on your patio. And
oh, wait a minute. Can you imagine if we had, can I pick up one of these?
Yes.
If you're doing a container garden, so you're going to have obviously beautiful lilac flowers in the spring and then again in the fall. But then in the summer, you know, you might have, as she mentioned, like some blooms here and there. Maybe do your mini roses right in front. So when this is a beautiful green plant in your container, you have your roses sitting right in front of it. That would be really, really pretty.
I love the
Or
pinks.
if you want to do, the pink and the purple.
The pink and the purple look
you could do
really
the
good.
pinks together. And of course, remember, you're getting 4 of those mini roses. They ended up being like $6 a piece, which is wild. But that would be a nice way to kind of keep the flower story going while we're waiting for more lilacs.
Yep, and they both love full sun. Maybe you could even, we have some lavender called Layla coming up in the show. Throw a lavender in there because all those 3 colorways work together. They all love full sun. And now you are growing a fragrant container garden that will give you color from spring all the way through till fall.
If you want that purple, we only have 600 to go round. That is going 3 easy payments of $8.66. Over 500 have been ordered just in the purple in this show.
Wow.
So do not wait. We started with the gardenia, incredible fragrance. When we think about those fragrances that are just overwhelmingly beautiful, it's the gardenia, it's the lilac, right?
I am so excited for all the fragrance we have in this show because I think it's something that people really want in the garden.
And and the lavender.
And the lavender.
Oh my gosh, and the roses coming up.
Yes, the scentables.
We should just call this the fragrance show.
Because, you know, we've bred our plants for so long to be disease resistant, like these lilacs are. There's no powdery mildew. You don't have to fuss or spray them. And sometimes that bred the fragrance out. And so don't worry. These are going to be super, super fragrant lilacs. Mini, though. So they're going to only grow about 60 inches tall. So perfect for containers. Perfect if you don't have that little plot of land to grow in anymore.
We have some amazing strawberries coming up. We're going to take a look at that very fragrant rose. We have the hibiscus coming up next. But as far as